Have you ever let a rude comment, a thoughtless action, or a tiny inconvenience ruin your entire day? What makes it worse is that you know it is small, yet your mind keeps spinning around it, replaying it over and over, and by night it still lingers. The hard truth is this: no one can control your emotions unless you give them permission. The world can throw its bumps and collisions at you, but only you decide how to respond. The Stoics call this the sacred space between stimulus and response. In that space lies freedom. You can choose calm instead of anger, clarity instead of impulsiveness, and dignity instead of retaliation. Imagine wearing noise-canceling headphones in the middle of a crowded street. The honking and chatter are still there, but they no longer reach you. Mastering your emotions works the same way. It is not that life becomes quieter, it is that you learn how to cancel the noise. This video does not teach you to pretend you feel nothing, nor does it deny emotions. Together, we will build mental strength to move through conflict with calmness and clarity. Based on the wisdom of Stoicism, you will learn 10 practical lessons, from choosing your reaction, setting boundaries, and using silence as a weapon, to learning how to let go. Once you grasp them, you will walk through each day with an unshakable core of peace. Criticism, frowns, or small mishaps will suddenly lose their power to disturb you. By the end of this video, you will have a set of principles and habits clear enough to apply immediately. You will not need the world to change, because you have already changed. Your journey to emotional mastery begins right now. Lesson 1. Your reaction is your choice. Imagine you're having a peaceful morning, sipping your favorite cup of coffee when someone says something unpleasant. In that instant, your peace disappears and anger takes its place. You think, they ruined my day. But a Stoic would smile and remind you, no one can ruin your day unless you allow them to. The world can throw discomfort at you, but only you have the power to decide how to respond. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This means that if you let someone's words occupy your mind, you are willingly handing them control over your emotions. The Stoics did not deny feelings. They simply learned to master their reactions. They understood that anger does not come from events themselves, but from the way we interpret them. Think about the last time someone criticized you. That sting of hurt came instantly, but if you pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, does this really matter? You will notice the anger beginning to fade. That brief pause is where real strength exists. Epictetus once taught, "Between stimulus and response there is a space, and in that space lies our freedom." Next time someone upsets you, do not react immediately. Pause, name the feeling. I am angry. I feel hurt. Then ask yourself, which response helps me keep my peace? It may be silence, a smile, or simply letting it go. Each time you do this, you strengthen the habit of mastering your mind. The Stoics believe that strength does not lie in defeating others, but in not letting others pull you out of your own peace. You cannot control the world, yet you can always control your response. And that is the real power. Lesson 2. Stop expecting others to behave like you. One reason we get angry so easily is that we expect people to act the way we would. You help someone and expect gratitude. You treat others kindly and hope they will do the same. When that does not happen, you feel disappointed, hurt, and disrespected. The Stoics understood that the root of anger is not other people's actions, but our own unmet expectations. Epictetus said, "When you expect grapes to grow on a fig tree, you make yourself suffer." This reminds us that people act according to their own nature, experiences, and perceptions. Expecting them to think, react, or love exactly as you do is impossible. When we forget this, we become angry because others do not live by our standards. In truth, they have no obligation to do so, just as you have no obligation to become a copy of anyone else. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning, "Today I will meet rude, selfish, and foolish people. Yet they cannot harm me because I understand their nature, and I will not let it disturb my mind." This is how the Stoics protect their peace, through understanding rather than resistance. They do not demand a perfect world. They train their minds to be strong enough to accept its imperfections. If someone irritates you, pause and ask yourself, am I angry at them, Or am I angry because they did not act as I expected? That question will bring you back to the truth. The problem is not with them, it is with your expectation. When you stop expecting others to be like you will feel lighter. Peace does not come from the world pleasing you. It comes from understanding and accepting it as it is. Lesson 3. Let go of the need to always be right. Most arguments in life begin from something small and drag on because we refuse to admit that we might be wrong. The Stoics understood that the desire to be right in every situation is the root of conflict and anger. When we argue, our initial goal may be to find the truth, but very quickly it turns into a battle of egos. And once the ego takes over, peace disappears. Epictetus said, "No one learns anything when their only goal is to prove they are right." The Stoics did not see yielding as weakness. They saw it as a sign of wisdom, because a strong mind does not need to prove itself. It chooses to understand rather than to win. When someone disagrees with you, instead of reacting, ask yourself, is this worth losing my peace over? Most of the time, the answer is no. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself, do not let the desire to win an argument make you lose in life. When you encounter someone stubborn or angry, smile and take a step back. There is no need to raise your voice to convince them, because an angry person cannot hear reason. The best way to win an argument is not to enter it at all. Try applying this. The next time someone disagrees with you, instead of reacting, immediately say, I understand your point of view. That short sentence can ease the tension and bring both sides back to conversation. You lose nothing, yet you keep respect and calmness. The Stoics choose peace over being right because they understand that the truth does not need to be shouted. It reveals itself over time. And when you learn to let go of the need to be right, you will realize something profound. You do not need to win every argument, you only need to win yourself. In the end, the one who controls their emotions is the one who is truly strong. Lesson 4. Do not let others define your worth. There are days when you feel wonderful just because someone praises you, and there are moments when a single criticism can ruin your mood. When you let your emotions depend on what others say, you give them control over your mind. The Stoics understood that true worth does not come from the mouths of others. It lies in how you live, think, and act. Marcus Aurelius once said, "We love ourselves more than anyone else, yet we care more about others' opinions than our own." The Stoics did not seek external validation because they knew that others' opinions reflect them, not the truth about us. A compliment can be wrong, and so can a criticism, but your actions and your character cannot be distorted. Imagine you share an idea and someone scoffs, saying, "That does not sound special." The natural reaction is to feel hurt, but a Stoic would pause, take a deep breath, and think, that is only an opinion, not the truth, because they understand that you do not need praise to have value, and you do not lose value when criticized. Epictetus taught, if someone insults you, remember that they are speaking about themselves, not about you. Once you understand this, words lose their power to shake you. You learn to hold on to your confidence and inner peace no matter what the world says, because in the end, the only person who has the right to define you is you. Lesson 5. Protect your energy with boundaries. Sometimes what drains you is not your work or circumstances, but the fact that you allow others to step too far into your space. You say yes when you really want to say no. You try to please everyone and end up feeling exhausted. The Stoics understood that peace cannot exist without boundaries. Boundaries are not distance. They are how you protect your energy, your time, and the clarity of your mind. Epictetus once said, "No one can hurt you without your consent." Every time you allow yourself to be disturbed, used, or drawn into someone else's negativity, you are giving away your precious energy. The Stoics did not see endurance as a virtue. They believed that firmness and clarity are the true strengths. Imagine a friend who constantly complains and calls you only to unload their emotions. Instead of listening out of obligation and feeling drained, you can gently say, "I care about you, but I need some rest today. Let's talk another time." That is not selfishness. It is respecting your own limits. Marcus Aurelius once reminded, "The mind becomes what it absorbs." If you constantly allow negativity to enter, you will gradually lose your peace. Learn to say no when necessary, cut down on unimportant commitments, and spend time on things that nourish your soul. The Stoics understood that setting boundaries is not about separation, but about maintaining harmony. When you know how to protect your energy, you can still help others without sacrificing your own peace. You can be kind without being weak, and you can listen without letting anyone hurt you. Lesson 6. Detach from the need for approval. One of the reasons we often feel hurt is that we constantly seek acceptance from others. We want to be praised, loved, and recognized. And when that does not happen, we feel inadequate. But the Stoics knew that true freedom begins when you no longer need others' approval. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you want peace, stop worrying about what others think. Because when you live to please everyone, you lose yourself piece by piece. You change your words, your actions, even your dreams, just to satisfy others. And one day you wake up and realize you have forgotten who you truly are." Epictetus taught, if you want to improve, be willing to be thought foolish. Because anyone who dares to live authentically will, at some point, be misunderstood. The Stoics were not afraid of that. They knew their true worth did not come from applause, but from living honestly with themselves. The approval of others is only an external echo. Your own approval is the voice that truly matters. Try this simple exercise. Whenever you feel anxious because you fear someone may not like you, ask yourself, am I acting in alignment with my values? If the answer is yes, smile and keep going. When you are doing the right thing, you do not need anyone's permission. The Stoics choose to live by their inner compass rather than the noise of the crowd. They understand that others may not understand or may even disapprove, but that does not take away their peace. Because in the end, the only person you need to please is yourself. Lesson 7. Respond with silence, not anger. When someone insults, criticizes, or tries to provoke you, most people's first reaction is to fight back. You want to speak up, prove yourself, and defend your pride. But the Stoics understood that silence is sometimes the most powerful response. Silence is not weakness, it is a sign of mastery. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best answer to an insult is silence." Because anger only makes you lose control, while silence keeps you in a position of calm strength. When you react, you show others that they can control your emotions. But when you remain silent, you send a clear message. You cannot drag me down to your level. Imagine you are in a meeting and someone attacks you. If you react immediately, the atmosphere becomes tense. But if you stay silent, take a deep breath, and observe, you will see that the other person reveals their own lack of control. When the anger passes, you can calmly say, "I will respond after I have considered it carefully." That calmness earns respect, not because you won, but because you refuse to join a meaningless battle. Epictetus once said, "It is not what others say that harms us, but the meaning we attach to their words." When you hear something unpleasant, do not react right away. Pause, breathe, and let the words pass. Silence does not mean submission. It means choosing the right moment to respond wisely. The Stoics see silence as a shield that protects the mind from chaos. You do not need to shout to prove your strength. True power lies in your ability to stay composed when everything around you tries to disturb you. And once you master that, no one will have the power to make you angry again. Lesson 8. Use gratitude to dissolve anger. When things do not go your way, someone behaves poorly, a plan falls apart, or it is simply a bad day, the first emotion that arises is often anger. But the Stoics understood that gratitude is the strongest medicine for healing anger, because anger and gratitude cannot exist in the same mind. When you are grateful, there is no room left for irritation. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, remember that being alive, being able to breathe, to think, and to love is a gift." This reminds us that most of our anger comes from forgetting what we already have. We get upset over something small, yet forget that we still possess many greater blessings. The Stoics did not deny hardship. They simply chose to see grace even in imperfection. Think of a situation that frustrated you, perhaps traffic, being late, or being misunderstood. Instead of repeating negative thoughts, and ask yourself, what can I be grateful for in this situation? Maybe it is the fact that you still have the health to move, people to meet, or simply another chance to practice patience. Just by changing your perspective, the anger begins to fade. Seneca once said, "The grateful person is not one who has an easy life, but one who knows how to see light in the darkness." When you focus on what is good, your mind becomes lighter, and anger loses its reason to exist. Make gratitude a habit. Each night before sleeping, write down 3 things you are grateful for that day. No matter how small, this act reminds you that life still holds many good things. The Stoics knew that gratitude does not change the world, but it changes how you see it. And that is where peace begins. Lesson 9. Turn criticism into a tool for growth. No one enjoys being criticized. A single remark can make us angry, defensive, or hurt. But the Stoics understood that criticism is not an enemy. It is an opportunity to grow. They did not let harsh words wound them, but used them as a mirror to reflect upon themselves. Epictetus once said, "If someone speaks ill of you, do not react immediately. Think that they are unaware of your other faults." What sounds like humor carries a deep truth. The Stoics were not afraid of being criticized because they accepted their imperfections. Instead of trying to prove themselves, they chose to learn. When you receive criticism with an open mind, you transform it from an arrow of attack into a valuable lesson. Imagine presenting an idea and having a colleague point out a flaw. Your first reaction might be anger, but if you pause, take a deep breath, and ask, "Is there any truth in what they said?" You will find yourself calmer. Maybe you did overlook a detail, and if so, that criticism helps you improve. If it is untrue, you can simply smile and let it go, because truth does not need to be defended. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If someone shows you your mistakes with reason and goodwill, be grateful, for they help you improve. And if their words come from malice, let them reflect back on the speaker instead of taking them into your mind." Whenever you are criticized, pause before reacting. Listen, evaluate, and filter. Keep what helps you grow and let go of the rest. The Stoics did not avoid criticism. They transformed it into a tool for self-discipline. And once you learn that, you will realize that no words can truly hurt you unless you allow them to. Lesson 10. The art of letting go. Anger, resentment, and hurt are like stones you carry on your shoulders. The tighter you hold them, the heavier you become. The Stoics understood that true strength lies not in holding on, but in the ability to release, because only when you let go can you continue your journey with lightness. Seneca once said, "Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent to throw it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned." This reminds us that hatred does not punish others. It only punishes us. Every time you let the past haunt you, let mistakes or someone else live rent-free in your mind, you are giving them control over emotions that should belong only to you. The Stoics did not let go because they were weak. They let go because they understood that holding on to anger changes nothing. They chose forgiveness, not to erase the memory, but to free themselves from emotional burden. Forgiveness does not mean agreeing with what happened. It means accepting that it is over and no longer deserves a place in your present mind. Imagine someone spoke badly about you, and even after a long time, you still feel irritated whenever you remember it. If you pause and ask yourself, "Is this worth losing my peace over?" you will realize that the answer is no. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It means choosing not to let the past shape your present. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Let the past rest and direct your mind toward the present." When you let go, you do not become weaker, you become free. Because nothing can hurt the one who has learned to release everything beyond their control. In the end, remember that peace is not a gift life gives you. It is a skill, and you can train it every single day. The 10 Stoic lessons do not teach you to escape emotions. They teach you to master yourself amid the constant changes of the world. Because no one can make you lose your calm unless you allow them to. No one can hurt you unless you agree with their definition of you. And no one can control your mind once you have learned to observe it. True strength does not lie in sharp words or explosive reactions. It lies in the ability to remain still when everything around you becomes loud. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Keep your mind at peace, for within it lies the strength of a man." When you master your mind, you are no longer led by emotion, controlled by others, or shaken by circumstances. You can stand in the middle of a storm without losing direction. Because you have learned that peace is not when the world is quiet, it is when you stay quiet even as the world gets loud. Remember the lessons you have just gone through. Your reaction is your choice. Stop expecting others to act like you. Let go of the need to be right. Do not let others define your worth. Protect your energy with boundaries. Detach from the need for approval. Use silence as strength. Cultivate gratitude. Turn criticism into growth. And finally, master the art of letting go. These are not just 10 philosophies. They are 10 ways of living, helping you become steadier, stronger, and freer in a turbulent world. If you practice each of them, you will discover something remarkable. You do not need anyone else to change for you to be at peace. You only need to change how you respond. And when you do that, you become unshakable, a true Stoic soul. If this video has helped you feel calmer, lighter, or a bit stronger to live more peacefully, please press like to share this message with others. And do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because in the next videos, we will continue exploring how the Stoics train their minds, live freely, and find strength in stillness. Because in the end, the true winner is not the one who speaks the loudest, but the one who remains at peace in silence.